show you today a process video in my Bible using the This Is Love kit from Dayspring and Illustrated Faith. I do have an unboxing video of it. If you haven't seen all of the supplies, I will have that link down below for you. But I'm going to show you how to do something using gelatos. If you've ever seen these, they're really cute. They look a lot like a lipstick or a chapstick with a real buttery, creamy end on the end of them that you can roll up and down. And these are from Faber-Castell. And this one came in a pack. Let's see. Oh yeah, and it does have the name. This one is bubble gum. It came in a pack of several colors, but you can get all different kinds. You can get metallics, you can get brights. So I just happened that this color is going to work out good with some of the supplies that come in the kit. So before we start using it, I want to show you what I did to prep my page. I used the Liquitex Clear Gesso. It is just like a white, looks like a white paint. So if you've ever used it before, it goes on and looks like you're painting the page white, but it will dry clear. As you can tell, this page over here has none on it, and this one has the gesso on it, but I have dried it with a heat gun a little bit. And so the only difference really is that your page is going to crinkle some, which is natural, because when I show you what I use, how to do the gelatos, the page is going to crinkle some anyways with using water. But that's just part of it. I applied the clear gesso with just a foam brush, went all the way over it in one good coat, and then dried it. And it does have a little bit of a gritty, if you can hear that, little bit of a gritty texture. It doesn't bother me. Some people it may, but anyways, that's what I use to prep it, because we're going to be using the gelatos in a way that you're going to use either a baby wipe or you can get a wet washcloth, and that's going to help to go over it and give it sort of a watercolor effect. So I wanted to prep it so that my page doesn't get saturated too much with water and bleed through really bad. So to start off, we're just going to take that gelato, and now you're probably looking at this thinking, wow, that is so bright. That is way too bright, neon, and a lot of color. But that's what's really cool, is that when you put the water over the gelato, you can use a wet washcloth. I've done that multiple times. You can use a baby wipe, which is what I'm going to show you today. And you get a totally different color and look. And so I love that you can use the gelatos in different ways. I've used the gelatos and painted over them with a paintbrush, a wet paintbrush, and that gives me one look. They really are versatile. So the more you use them, you'll become sort of addicted and want more and more colors, which is what happened to me. So I want this whole page covered. I don't always do this. Actually, I don't think I've ever colored the entire page, but I think that it's just going to give it a bright pop. I actually saw a page on Instagram, and I'll credit it below, and they had used a different medium. It was something else. I can't even remember now, but they used something else, and they used it to color the entire background. And I liked how the page really just popped and stood out from the other one. Instead of just having a little bit of color or decoration in the margin, we went over, or your color will be over the whole page. So that's why I'm doing this. And it does look pretty bright right now, but you'll see what I mean when I use the wipe. And so from this kit, it talks about love. And so I am journaling in John, and I can't believe that I haven't journaled John 3:16 already, but I'm going to do that on this page for this entry, okay? So let me just adjust that scrap piece so that I don't end up with gelato on the other page. Okay, so you're going to take your baby wipe and kind of just crinkle it up, get it where your fingers are in it, whatever's comfortable for you. And then you're going to take it and just rub it over it. So let me show you kind of on this scrap paper what I did. I was trying to test which colors of other ones I had that I liked the best. This happens to be bubblegum, this last one right here, and you can see a complete difference once the wipe has went over it. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so that wipe, I may need a new one because this one has set out because it's kind of drying, or it's not giving me enough water that I want. Let me just keep going over it, and you're just going to rub it until you get it the way you want it. So as you can see, this right here has a lot of the white showing through. This right here, the color is all starting to blend, and it does kind of get messy. You can see my cloth, but I just keep folding the wipe over and wiping. And so see, now I'm getting even more of the color off with a little bit of the watercolor effect. So I'm just going to keep working on this page doing that. I will grab another wipe if I need it, and then I will come back and show you what that looks like once I get all of that done. Okay, so now that I have went over the entire page, you can tell it is toned down quite a bit. It's still pretty bright, but you can see I go through a wipe and get it pretty messy. And I just keep pressing down until I get enough of that gelato activated with the wipe. And so if I wanted to, I could keep going over it, and you'll see how more of the pink fades off where I've wiped like that. Okay, so that's kind of what you want to try to do, is just get a little bit of a watercolor effect. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I do like how it's got the little streaks through it, and it looks like a watercolor effect. And you just do that by using, like I said, a wet wipe or a baby wipe or a wet paper towel. And so that's what I did on this page. Then I went back over with the heat gun to kind of just set it and dry it so that I can work on it and it'll be fine. Let me show you the back of the page real quick. You can see that gesso maybe had like some of the shadowing of the bright color, because I did use such a bright color. But up here, this is where my page crinkled earlier and my gelato hit it. That was my fault. But you can see like there's no extreme bleed through here, that this whole page looks hot pink. You could still do the back of the page something totally different when you get ready to do that page, okay? So that's the cool part. Now I'm going to go and get some of the other stickers and some of the other paper pieces that are used in the February This Is Love kit, and then I will be back to show you how the page looks. Okay, so here is the finished page. All I did was go back and add a few little accents from the different supplies that were in the kit, and also from the You Are Loved collection. I mentioned that collection in my unboxing video, but I will leave a link down to those items below, because some of the items they have match in really well and coordinate. So I used some of the cardstock stickers from that You Are Loved collection here and here. These, the XOXO and the black heart up here, those are also from the You Are Loved cardstock stickers. And then this green washi with the hearts here and here are both from the February kit. The little hexagons or geometric shapes, those are also from the kit, as well as the little heart down here. And this is actually that I used for the tab, one of the paper pieces that comes with the kit, and I just cut it in half and used it for a tab. And then I stamped at the top. I used the stamps that came in the kit to use 3/16, since this is for John 3:16 for the tab. And then I used the This Is Love stamps and just wrote that out, or stamped that out on the side, and then put my date. And that's all there is to it. So the page really doesn't take that long at all to do. I would say the messiest part probably is just going to be doing that gelatos with the baby cloth, because the color, as you can see, it can kind of bleed off on your hands, which it'll wash off. But that's probably the hardest part of it, just trying to get that done and get the color effect that you want. But I like how some of the streaking did, and you can see the stickers that came in that You Are Loved collection have that same kind of watercolor effect, so that matches well with it. And then because it's such a bold and bright background, which I like to pop from the rest of the pages, these other little paper pieces and stickers help to kind of tone it down as well. So there it is. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I will get back with you as soon as possible. And hope you enjoy the kit. I hope to show you more of how I'm using the kit, so stay tuned, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.